let's bring it in. So guys, let's take a look at defeating a half butterfly hook, okay? And I've shown jumping passes in the past. There's a variation I use. It's a very good jumping pass that I want to show you guys first, and then we're going to build off of that. So if he's on his back, okay, when you guys are dealing with a butterfly hook, things change a little bit. If I can fight my way to half guard, okay, the downside to this is that he can always start lifting me. Even if I'm here, I can sometimes get lifted up and get my balance taken off. If I don't get swept, often I'll get put back in guard. A guy who was really good at half butterfly or just using one butterfly hook was my friend Brian Glick. His hook was so strong and tight, his guard was very hard to pass because he would use this very well to elevate and move you offline. So it became difficult to deal with. Now I'm going to show you guys a jumping pass. Now, some might see it and say, oh, you have to be athletic for it. You don't have to be athletic for it, but you do have to start to develop that sense of stability. And one that I use a lot with the gi is I'll get to this position over here. And what I'll start to do is grab, and I'll start to hold onto the leg. Now for Eric to sweep me, he's got to have two basic things. One, he's got to be on his side. Yes, he's got more sweeping power. Number two, he's also got to have a drive leg. So for Eric starts to sweep, this drive leg comes in, he pushes, he gets off his knee, he straightens that leg, correct. That's a powerful sweep. So what can I do to stop that? One, I keep him flat on his back. Two, I hold that bottom leg. If I can hold that bottom leg up as he goes to sweep me, sweep, 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 there's nothing. If I let go of that and I do this, look, look. Now we get into a situation where if I don't get swept, he gets up. So keep them flat on their back, hold that leg up, and just keep that knee elevated. So again, go to sweep me, Eric. Sweep, 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 sweep. It's difficult. He can't. The best he can do is get me off my knees, which is exactly what I want. And I'm going to drive forward. And I'm going to get to the point where I have an underhook and I have my head in here. I often hold the belt. Eric goes to sweep me. Nothing. Even if you put his foot on the floor. Nothing. In fact, what I'm going to do, once my head is here, in this situation, is I bring myself up and I get myself into a headstand. Now, it looks like I'm off balance. I'm actually not. As he tries to sweep me and move me, it's very easy for me to land on the other side. So I'll do this to people and they'll look up and they'll be like, I can't believe he's in the air. And they'll think they can move me, but they can't because my body's vertical and they have nothing. This is all Eric has and it's weak. So I want you guys to play with this. This is very similar to the jumping pass that I did with Bernardo Faria when I was filming with John. I would come up here and I hold myself up in this position and I pass. I feel like this is more stable, the one I'm showing you now with the gi. So once again, underhook, we grab right here outside the calf and I hold his leg up. My head is blocking him from getting kimura. As he goes to sweep, it's difficult. I come to this position. Now I have my hand on the floor, I have my head on the floor. I lift, I hold myself up. As he goes to sweep me, I can easily jump to the other side. Okay, let's give it a shot. So guys, to reiterate, again, I was saying, like, if you're going against somebody Chris's size, it's going to be a lot more difficult to jump over somebody's femurs who are much larger. But at the same time, if I'm holding up the pants and he's trying to sweep me, it's difficult. And I keep my weight up and I drive in. And this is where I am. As he tries to sweep me, I bring my body forward. You guys have to get comfortable in this position. I'm not actually leaning on my head. Look, my head's off the ground. I'm leaning on him. My head is just barely touching the ground. As Professor Dino said, he doesn't like being up on his head. I don't either, but you're leaning mostly on them. So we're just getting into the habit of lifting. And I want you guys to practice, just like we do at Tominage, practice holding yourself up. You don't need to do that in a live roll half the time, but you're going to practice. So he's trying to push me away. He's trying to move. Yeah, correct. This is where I am. I could even be holding his belt. Doesn't matter. All my weight is on Peter. Look, my head's off the ground. I'm leaning on him completely. I'm holding myself up, and I can fall down. So a couple more reps.